Coming to find you, Kendall.
Hey guys, time for Trendin. Hello, special guest Kendall Schmidt. I'm so excited. This is totally making my day. I mean, it's Wednesday. It's always a rough one, middle of the week.
I'm glad I could contribute to your day being better.
All right, so Trendin. First, we're talking about Kendall. Then we're talking about Kristen Stewart and Taylor Swift hanging out, wild. And Ed Sheeran's got a little drama going on. First, let's start off with you. If you could duet with anybody you had there's no limits, who would it be?
Elton John would be cool. I mean, the Rolling Stones are still playing, so that'd be kind of fun to do that. No limits, you said, so Rolling Stones would be awesome.
All right.
All kinds.
Rolling Stones, you heard it here, right here on Teen.
They're totally going to be interested in that.
Hey.
Coming to find you, Kendall.
And ask the fans what they wanted to ask you. And so, Hey, it's Valerie93 said, first of all, woohoo, awesome that you're here. That's how I feel, right? And she said, Kendall, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I'm hopefully running a record label.
All right. And one more question. Jendal R5 said, favorite song on the new album?
Favorite, that's really tough. There's a lot of great ones. I mean, and I've listened to it front to back. I've kind of burned it out in the last week because I'm so excited for it coming out. But Untouchable is a really great one.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me what your favorite is when you listen to it.
Okay, I will. I'm so excited. The countdown's on.
I know, it's June 11th. Is it 20 days? It's 20 days, right?
So close. Less than that.
I can feel it.
So, Heffron Drive, tell me all about this.
It's fun. It's fun to play music that I haven't played in forever, and playing guitar makes me really happy. So, the fact that people knew the songs over in Germany, they knew all the words. It really was unbelievable, and hopefully I can play more shows around the world.
You're going to.
I'm going to.
And you're going. Speaking of going around the world and tours and Victoria Justice, you're about to go on tour.
That's going to be an intense tour. I'm super excited for it. 38 dates in 2 months, so it's really a compact tour. And I think we're talking about going to some other foreign countries after. You didn't hear it here, but you did hear it here.
Exclusive. I want to talk about you all day, but we do have some other topics to cover on Trendin. All right. First of all, Kristen Stewart, after this whole breakup rumors with our Pats, she was spotted at Taylor Swift's house. What are they doing together?
Unbelievable.
Taylor Swift is the queen of breakups. I'd be nervous if I was Robert Pattinson hanging out with Taylor. Would you?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, she writes a mean song, so not a mean song, but a good. I meant mean in a good way.
She does have a mean song called Mean.
Song. You know what I mean.
I got you, mean. So if they are writing songs together, which they probably totally are, Taylor's fully taking inspiration. What do you think that song would be called?
The one that popped in my head, it's already been written. There's a song that's already been written. Perfect. Bleed in Love.
Oh,
perfect.
Vamp.
They do a cover.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel good about it.
What's another one? I Can't See You in the Mirror. That's another one. I'm reaching now.
Pun intended.
Pun intended, literally.
All right, but I think they're writing songs. I think that's what they're doing. But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think they're doing and your best song title for the Taylor Swift-Kristen Stewart duo.
Yes.
Moving on, Ed Sheeran's gotten in some drama. So he tweeted the other day, he said, I find it really weird when people congratulate artists for not miming over a backing track. Isn't that how it's meant to be? Ooh, sassy. Right? I
mean, good for. I totally understand what he's saying. That reminds me of Sound City, the documentary that Dave Grohl did about not doing electronic stuff. But it's 2013. People sing over tracks sometimes, and people don't sometimes. And it's really great when they don't. And it's really great when they do. Some performers dance a whole bunch.
So it's hard.
Some performers stay in one place and play.
Yeah.
So it's really just it depends on the artist. I think everyone. To each their own, and if someone doesn't want to watch it, they don't have to. So
I agree. A lot of outlets were saying.
But I love Ed. Ed's absolutely amazing. So he's pretty awesome when it comes to the not using tracks.
Yeah, and he's honest.
Yeah, he's great.
And a lot of reporters were saying that he was talking about Selena Gomez at the Billboard Music Awards, but he was like, no, listen, not talking about Selena.
I think if we start picking on individual people, it would be, and even if he's not, we're talking about everybody.
Yeah, you guys get the album on June 11th. Let us know in the comments how you feel about the album when it comes out.
What your favorite song is?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, gotta do that.
I gotta do that too. So, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for watching, and click over here for all the full stories on teen.com, and we will see you tomorrow.